Hey, what's going on, everybody? Derek here. So I know I make a lot of videos about things that happen in and around Detroit, but I wanted to make a quick video just for some of the places that I like to go to get away. Now, two of my favorite spots are up in the Thumb region of Michigan. We're right now halfway between Caseville and Port Austin, which are both really cool towns. And another spot that I like to go is Lexington, which is just a little bit north of Port Huron. So these are two trips that you can make very, very easily from the Detroit area, and they don't take any more than about 2 hours to get to. So we're going to show some of the highlights of all three areas, and if you have any questions or if there's anything I can help you with as far as planning your trip, just leave a comment down below, and I'll be happy to help you out. And if you want to keep seeing content like this, go ahead and like this video and hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. So at the risk of insulting everyone's intelligence here, obviously the Thumb region gets its name because Michigan is shaped like a mitten and the thumb is shaped like a thumb. So from Detroit, it's a quick shot straight up Van Dyke to Port Austin, and then Caseville, if you scroll in, is over here. So the area that we were staying is right about halfway in between. So we stayed up here for a couple days, and then we spent a couple days in Lexington. So to get to Lexington from Port Austin, you just take 25 all the way around and down, and it's right about here. From Detroit, you would basically just take 94 up through Port Huron, and then get on 25 and get to Lexington. So to scroll in a little bit more, it's a decent sized town for where it's located, and the whole area is basically surrounded by Lake Huron. So you got the entrance to Lake Huron here at Port Huron, and Saginaw Bay over here. So Caseville and Port Austin are right at the entrance to Saginaw Bay, whereas Lexington isn't too far from the southern end of Lake Huron. So from the house that we were staying at, it's really nice. It's a street about a quarter mile long, but you get to the end of it here, and boom, you've got Lake Huron right out in front of you and a private beach right on the other side of the street there. So driving due west from there, it's just miles and miles of cottages and homes, and the lake is just right there. So it's really quite a nice drive. Okay, so as we're driving along towards Caseville on 25, just a couple points to note. Caseville is located in Huron County. It's at the mouth of the Pigeon River, which empties into Saginaw Bay. And as of 2010, the population was 777 people, and it is 1.15 square miles. One of the big things that they do in Caseville, the most popular event that they have, is a 10-day festival called Cheeseburger in Caseville Festival. It's a tribute to Jimmy Buffett, and a lot of the shops in town will have a Jimmy Buffett type theme. So it's if that's your thing, it's really quite the event. But Caseville itself was first settled in 1836, and it actually only became a town in 2010. So just a couple points to note. So even though the population of Caseville is only 777 people, that's permanent residents. There's so many people that own cottages up there and just come up and vacation on the weekends. Off to the right-hand side here is the city campground. So as we're starting to enter Caseville and drive through the city, you're going to see all these RVs on the right-hand side. There's tents. There's a pier off to that side as well, and a boardwalk that you can walk down. So this yellow building on the right hand side is Key North Gift Shop. It's a takeoff of Key West, again playing up with the Jimmy Buffett theme. We're crossing the bridge over the Pigeon River right here and entering the downtown area. So there's a bunch of restaurants, a bunch of little shops, drugstore. And I wasn't able to get video of it, but if you make a left right at this intersection, the high school and I believe all the schools are just down about a quarter mile on the left-hand side there. Again, on the left-hand side, there's also coming up it's a fitness center on the first floor, and the upstairs is actually a really nice rental property. So we stayed there last year. It's this place with a balcony up here on the left. It's really sharp. I highly recommend it. It wasn't cheap, but it was very nice. And yeah, definitely recommend staying there. Off to the right hand side is the grocery store. And we got a bank. We got a couple more restaurants. And I believe the fire department is up here on the left hand side as well. And that's pretty much all of Caseville right there. I mean, that's the whole downtown area. So it's not huge, but there's definitely the density there is more than what you find in a lot of these little towns in the Thumb area. So and then up here on the left hand side as well is a restaurant. My son loves it, so he'd be mad if I didn't mention it, called Lefty's Diner. You're gonna see us pulling into it in a minute. And then there is a mini golf / bumper boat / arcade a little bit further up ahead, and that's a fun place for the family to go to as well. So Lake Huron is not particularly known for sandy beaches, but right here we got this nice private stretch of beach, and yeah, it's pretty awesome place to come to. All right, so heading back out to 25 here from the street that we were staying on. We're gonna make a right instead of a left, and we're gonna head towards Port Austin and talk about that for a minute. So Port Austin's population as of 2010 was 664 people, and the town itself is only 1 square mile. So you're going to find out, as we go through downtown, it's quite a bit smaller than Caseville. But at the same time, it's just a really, really nice town. They've got a great marina, a great pier that you can walk all the way out on. It's out into the lake, an iconic lighthouse, all kinds of cool little shops and stores and restaurants. And we'll check those out as we get closer to town. And as we're going along, you'll see on the right-hand side here coming up is like a mini golf place. And there's, just good places to take the family. There's lots of little ice cream shops and a couple campgrounds along the way. There's a state park on the left-hand side that we're coming up to as well. And just, a lot of good, a lot of places to come up and enjoy nature and just get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. And the distance from Caseville to Port Austin is about 16 or 17 miles, but it's really quite a nice drive. It's very scenic, especially the portion as you're getting in towards Port Austin. And you can see on the right-hand side, there's a nice city park right here, a playground for the kids, baseball diamonds. And we're starting to get into the downtown area, so you're going to start seeing more houses, a couple hotels that are on the side of the lake, and again, another mini golf course here on the right hand side. They've got an excellent farmers market in Port Austin every Saturday. Definitely worth checking out. And as we're getting into the downtown, you'll see another hotel here on the left, and then the city marina is coming up here on the left hand side as well. So there's a boat launch, there's a playground, lots of stuff for kids and families. And lots of bars if you don't have kids or families. And again, coming up on the right-hand side here is one of the coolest hardware stores I've ever been in personally. It's actually right here on the corner. And as we make the turn, we'll start heading south through the heart of downtown. On the right-hand side, there's some gift shops. There's a grocery store. On the left-hand side here is a restaurant called The Bank, which I highly recommend checking out. It's a really, really nice place. And off to the right is where the farmers market would be. And then you just got a bunch of residential neighborhoods a little bit further south. And if you keep going on this road, it'll take you right into Bad Axe, which is pretty much the main city in this part of the Thumb. And then just so you can see it from the opposite angle, this is heading back north as we go back through downtown. And we're just going to go and pull into the marina for a minute because you can't really see the lake from here, although it's right there in front of us. So we'll go check that out and show you a little bit about the sights of the marina. So we're here in downtown Port Austin, one of my favorite spots to come when I'm in this part of Michigan. So we're at the city marina right now. You can see the boats in the background, and they've got a nice pier that kind of goes all the way out into the harbor there, and you can walk all the way out to the end of it. Got our iconic lighthouse out in the distance, about 2 miles offshore, and it's really just a cool place to come. It's very low key. It's a lot smaller than Caseville, not as much stuff going on, but the places that are here are just really, really nice to come to. It's just a special place to visit, right at the tip of the thumb. And I can't emphasize enough how great it is to come here. I can't recommend it highly enough. And then heading the other way out of town, we'll just take you real quick through the rest of downtown. And this green building off to the left-hand side is Port Austin Kayaks. So they rent kayaks. Kayaking is a huge thing here. There's actually an iconic rock called Turnip Rock that you can only get to by kayak. It's about, I think, a 3-mile round trip from there, basically. And they do have a restaurant attached to it as well called Pack's Backyard. It's phenomenal. I definitely recommend checking it out. And then from here, we're just basically going to follow 25 all around the curve of the thumb and headed straight down. It's a pretty nice drive. You got Lake Huron off to your left-hand side the entire way. There's a few little towns that you go through getting to Lexington. It took us about an hour and a half to get from Port Austin to Lexington, and that was with a couple stops. We were kind of taking our time and enjoying the drive. And in Lexington itself, we actually stayed here at the Apple Tree Lodge, which is actually a house that I sold a year ago to clients of mine. Really nice place to stay, and we'll put the link to it down in the comments below. So if you want to book it on Airbnb, you definitely can. I highly recommend it. Cute house, and it's got the lake right there. It's right at the end of the street. So really, really nice location, about a mile south of downtown Lexington. And then the house itself is pretty nicely equipped. It's 3 beds, 1 bath. Please bear with us there. I do have 4 kids that had all their stuff all over everything, but there's the first bedroom. Nice open floor plan concept. Really got a nice TV, got a fireplace. It does have a heatilator, so you can use that in the wintertime. There's electric baseboard heat in the house as well. So there's actually not any gas service to that property, but that's kind of common for the area. So you can see kind of the vaulted ceilings. Nicely updated kitchen. Got a farmhouse style sink and stainless appliances. So it's pretty much everything you need. It was extremely comfortable for us to stay there. Definitely recommend it when you're thinking about going to the area, for sure. And then one of my favorite things about it is the fact that it has a private beach right at the end of the street. So you're really 2 houses down from Lake Huron. It's a little bit of a rocky beach, but hey, it's better than the beach that I have at my house, and I'm sure it's better than the one you have at your house too. So, definitely nice. You can get a nice view of the southern end of Lake Huron there. Got some freighters out in the lake. Really nice place. They got a table and chairs out there. You can just go and hang out and relax and take in the sights. It's definitely one of the highlights. And then let's go check out downtown Lexington. So we are heading north on 25 right here into the southern end of downtown Lexington. And as I've noted, as far as cities in the Thumb region go, there's quite a lot to do here. It's a little bit larger than your typical city, especially along the shore of Lake Huron. And, there's a nice marina that we'll go check out here in a minute. And we're just crossing over the main intersection in town right now. As you'll see, there's not quite as much on the north side as there is on the south. There's a little grocery store, a couple more shops. But we'll head down towards the lake, and there's quite a bit more along that way. So now we're going to head east off that main intersection and check out the heart of the downtown area. As you're going to be able to see, there's lots of people out, there's lots of cars, and again, some of these people probably just came up for the day. It's a popular destination for people coming up from the Detroit area for obvious reasons. It's close by and it's really nice. So right at the end of the street here is where the marina is, and Lake Huron is directly out in front of us. So I'm out here at the very end of the pier in Lexington, Michigan at the city marina, and this is one of the more popular places for people to come when they're in the Thumb region, simply because it's close to Detroit. It's only about an hour drive, so we're actually I'd say about 15 miles from the southern end of Lake Huron, and from here across to Canada is about 35 miles. And for these small towns in the Thumb area, Lexington's actually, got quite a few things to do. There's a lot of attractions, some really good restaurants, a lot of cute shops. They've got a really cute downtown. And we're here on a Saturday in July, and it's quite busy, which is to be expected for this time of year, simply because, like I said, it is very close to Detroit. Thanks again for watching. I really had fun making this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And one more time, if you'd go ahead and like this video and hit the subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, thanks a lot.